Everyone thought Emily was rich. Designer bags, expensive lunches, the newest phone every year. She walked through school like a celebrity, and everyone admired her. And standing beside her was me, Sarah, the girl who quietly paid for everything. Whenever Emily forgot her wallet, I paid. Whenever she wanted concert tickets, I paid. Whenever she wanted expensive gifts, I paid. She always promised she'd pay me back. She never did, but she was my best friend. At least, that's what I believed. One afternoon, I accidentally overheard a conversation that changed my life. Emily was laughing with a group of classmates. "Sarah is so easy to manipulate," she said. The group burst into laughter. "She actually thinks we're friends." My heart dropped. Then Emily held up the designer handbag everyone admired. "You know what's funny? She paid for this too." More laughter. I couldn't move. For years I had sacrificed everything for her. And she had been using me the entire time. But it got worse. Emily started spreading rumors. She told people I was obsessed with her. She told classmates I was jealous of her wealth. She even claimed I begged her for friendship because nobody else liked me. Soon the entire school turned against me. The bullying became relentless. Every hallway felt like a battlefield. Whispers, mocking laughter, cruel messages online. No matter how hard I tried to explain the truth, nobody listened. Because Emily was popular, and I was just the girl everyone blamed. One rainy night, overwhelmed by despair, I wished I could go back and change everything. The next morning, I opened my eyes. I was staring at my old bedroom ceiling. The calendar on the wall showed a date from 3 years ago. Before everything went wrong, before Emily destroyed my life, I had been reborn. At first I thought it was a dream. Then I remembered every detail. Every lie, every betrayal, every rumor. This time, things would be different. The first test came 2 days later. Emily smiled and wrapped an arm around my shoulder. "Sarah, can you cover lunch?" I forgot my wallet. Just like before. Except this time I smiled back. "No." Her face froze. "What?" I said no. For the first time in years, I watched panic flicker across her face. She wasn't used to hearing that word. Over the next few months, I stopped paying for everything. No lunches, no shopping trips, no concert tickets, no expensive gifts. And something interesting happened. Emily's glamorous lifestyle started falling apart. The designer bags disappeared. The expensive accessories vanished. The luxury image she worked so hard to maintain began to crack. People started asking questions. Where was all her money? Why couldn't she afford anything anymore? Why was she suddenly borrowing from everyone? Meanwhile, I quietly gathered evidence. Screenshots, bank transfers, receipts, messages where Emily begged me for money, messages where she promised to repay me, messages where she mocked me behind my back. I collected everything. I wasn't seeking revenge. I was preparing for the truth. The opportunity arrived during senior year. The school announced a student spotlight event. Emily was selected to speak about success and leadership. Of course she was. She spent the entire week bragging about her wealthy family and luxurious lifestyle. The auditorium was packed. Students, teachers, parents, everyone listened as Emily told story after story about her supposed success. Then she pointed at me in the crowd. "And Sarah has always looked up to me." The audience nodded. I stood up. "Actually, that's not true." The room fell silent. Emily's smile disappeared. I walked onto the stage holding a folder. "You've spent years telling people you're rich." I opened the folder. "But almost everything you own was paid for by me." Gasps echoed across the room. I displayed copies of receipts, bank transfers, payment records, messages, one after another. The evidence was undeniable. Then came the final blow. I played a recording. Emily's voice filled the auditorium. "Sarah is so easy to manipulate." The same words that had shattered me in my first life. Now everyone heard them. The crowd sat in stunned silence. For the first time, Emily couldn't lie her way out. Her entire image collapsed in minutes. People realized the truth. She wasn't rich. She wasn't generous. She wasn't kind. She had built her popularity on deception. And she had used me to do it. After that day, everything changed. Emily lost the admiration she once enjoyed. Not because I destroyed her reputation. Because her own lies finally caught up with her. As for me, I stopped living for other people's approval. I made genuine friends. I focused on my future. And I learned something important. The best revenge isn't cruelty. It's refusing to let people use you ever again. In my first life, I funded someone else's dream. In my second life, I finally invested in my own. And that changed everything.